And good morning, everybody. This is yoga day, stretching. I had to take a couple of days off to rest my neck and shoulder and my, I don't know if it was my sciatic nerve that was acting up on me or if I just pulled a muscle on my right side near my hip. But as I said in my message, looks like that old son of a gun, Father Time's trying to pick a fight with me that he surely will lose. Because I will still dance, I will still shuffle, I'll still throw the combinations, and you'll just see the time and the accuracy, the reach, the reflexes. They'll all still be there. You will have to see it to believe it. And today that's what you're going to see. This is all live, so you'll see everything that happens, from me getting things prepared all the way to everything. So here we go. And that right there, my IBF title, that's what I got to protect on February 25 when I go up against Jermaine the Gentleman Weatherspoon, live from the Hilton Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada. There's been a lot of boxing there as far back as the late 70s when Leon Spinks beat Muhammad Ali there. And of course, Tyson finally reunified the titles after in the 70s when Spinks was stripped of the WBC title for rematch in Muhammad Ali. So the WBA and WBC belts were splintered up until the point where Tyson got all three of them, including the IBF title, which you see there. There's my Ring Magazine belt commemorating my first reign as World Heavyweight Champion when I won the IBF and WBA titles from Grant Foster, and also won recognition as Ring Magazine World Heavyweight Champion. So there's that belt. So I'll be getting another one here in the next 6 months to a year, because again, when I get through with Witherspoon, we got something fixin' for Dixon, because that man's now the Ring Magazine WBA and WBC Heavyweight Champion. But he'll have two belts, and I soon, as of February 25, will have two belts, because Jermaine Weatherspoon, whether he knows it or not, whether he likes it or not, he will be soon, and I will take care of him in it will be spectacular fashion. So let's get this thing started. Woo! Here we go. Let's get all this recordable stuff on the thing here. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. We're gonna get it on because we don't get along. That's right, suckers. That's right. That's right. Let's see now. Now let's see here. There's good. Okay, we're still setting it all up. I got the computer out here so I can watch on a bigger screen the yoga, the back and shoulder stretches, and then the yoga stretches. And so that way I can see it on a bigger screen, because the last couple of days I've been watching it on my tiny screen on this phone that I'm recording this video on. So, with no further ado, let's get this thing rolling. Let's see now. Something to set this up on. Okay, let's see now. See if it's catching all my beauty. Let's see here. Okay, I think it is. Let's see. Okay, yeah, there we go. All right, now we got to start playing the videos to get going. So, all right, let's see here. Using the scaffolding as kind of stretching benches. I'll put them back, of course, but I don't know why I hadn't thought of it sooner. Put one of these yoga mats on here, and you got a stretch table. What do you know about that? So, without further ado, hooking up the Bluetooth as we speak.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
That's the YouTube video talking.
Free at discover.com/credit scorecard, even if you're not a customer.
Daniel from FitnessBlender.com, and today I'm going to be taking you through an upper body specific stretching routine. Now how we're going to do this is we're going to be using active stretches, so basically we're going to be using our own muscle tissue to actually pull our body into the stretch we're trying to get into. Actually what this does is
I've already done about half of these.
Joint a little bit more efficiently.
I've already done half of these already in my normal warm-up stretching routine, so some of them I won't do.
That's always a good thing. This is actually a
Like
really good
this
routine
and
for those
this
of you
and
who are
this
brand new
and
to
this.
exercise.
We already done
Trying to
all that.
slowly warm those muscles up, try to get your endurance up a little bit better. If you have any kind of restrictions for like high impact kind of stuff, is also a really good way to get a little bit of workout in without really having to stress those joints or those ligaments or tendons. So, with that said, what we're going to be doing is we're going through a number of different upper arms release. Next one is going to be an arm cross stretch. This is going to be for focusing on those rhomboids and those trapezius muscles across your upper back. So this one, your arms are going to come straight across in front. We're going to switch halfway here, so one arm over top, feeling like you're pushing your hands in opposite directions, really rounding the upper back, trying to really stretch those rhomboids out. You should feel it right across that shoulder blade, is where you should be feeling it. So just keep squeezing as tightly as you possibly can. Like I said, we're going to switch halfway. Got a few seconds left to go, so just keep squeezing. Keep those lungs open as much as you can. You can raise and lower those arms a little bit if you want to try to get a little bit different stretch in there. And switch which arm is over top, squeeze it. Again, pulling those arms in opposite directions or pushing them in opposite directions. Should be contracting that chest really nice and tight to get this one done. Just really try to wrap those arms around your body, kind of letting those shoulders roll forward to stretch those rhomboids across that shoulder blade. Keep it going, keep those lungs open, keep breathing, tight squeeze the entire time. 5 seconds left. And let that relax. So now we're going to do the exact opposite motion. So instead of crossing your arms in front of your body, you're stretching your arms back behind you. So this one, you actually want to feel like you're kind of pushing your chest forward a little bit as well as pulling your arms back. So you're going to pull those arms back behind you, squeeze as tight as you can, go from a little above your shoulder to a little below your shoulder to get a little bit different part of that chest. So squeeze. It's a nice slow motion. Slowly traveling up and down just a few inches above that shoulder and below that shoulder. Squeezing with those rhomboids across that shoulder blade, those trapezius muscles, pulling those arms back. Also a little bit of that rear deltoid. Again, the harder you squeeze, the more calories you're going to burn, the more stretch you're going to get out of this. So keep pulling it as tight as you can. Just about 20 seconds left. If you're doing this right, those muscles should actually start to fatigue on you to the point where they're actually starting to burn by the time you're done with that full minute. It's tight squeeze. And let that relax. Roll it forward, let those shoulders release for just a second. We're doing a rear arm raise, so similar to what we were just doing, you want those arms back behind you, but instead of pulling them out, you're going to pull them up back behind you. So this is for stretching the front of that shoulder, again, a little bit of that chest. So use that rear deltoid to pull those arms up. It doesn't matter how tight you squeeze your arms back behind you, so you don't have to really worry about pinching your shoulders back. More just bringing your arms up.
I like these. I've marked these videos on my Facebook page. If you want to bookmark them and watch them,
getting pretty tired by the time you're done
in case you have a lot of stiffness in your shoulders and back, this will help out considerably.
Should be 100% maximum range of motion.
I think these will do good in my boxing training.
Like I said, the longer you hold it, the more those ligaments and tendons are going to loosen up on you a little bit. You should get a little bit more range of motion.
I normally do this standing up, but for the sake of this video, I'm sitting down to do it.
As you can.
But it didn't really say you have to do either or. So.
Keep it going. Get those arms up as high as you can. I know those muscles are probably starting to scream at you by now.
They're saying, I'm the greatest, I'm pretty. That's what they're saying to me.
And let that relax. Again, let those shoulders kind of stretch out just a little bit. Next one is going to be a forearm stretch. So we're doing half and half on this, stretching the front and the back of your forearm. So arms are going to come straight up in front of your body. Stretch your hands down towards the ground. Should be stretching the front of your forearm or the top of the part of your forearm that's facing up. Fingers facing down, constantly contracting with the back of your forearm, trying to stretch those fingers back down towards your body as much as you can, or back towards that forearm.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
keep
that's
it
what
open,
you say.
hand open as wide as you can. Keep your thumb kind of back as far as possible. Try to stretch that thumb muscle as well. Just keep it going. And we're going to switch directions, so bring those fingers back the opposite direction. Try to bring those hands, those fingers down towards your forearm this time. Squeeze it as tight as you can. Again, kind of roll those hands around just a little bit to try to get a little bit different stretch on that forearm. Keep holding it. About 10 seconds left. And let it relax. Alright, so next one is going to be an ab stretch. We're going to try to focus on those core muscles a little bit for these next 3 stretches. So this one, puff that chest out and stretch back as far as you can, as far as is comfortable. Kind of kick your butt out back behind you to really, really open up that chest, stretching those abdominal muscles as much as you possibly can. So you want to contract your lower back to do this, to kind of pull that body back, to try to arch as much as possible. Just tight, tight squeeze for that lower back. Trying to let those abdominal muscles release as much as possible so they're not working against that lower back. You're just trying to stretch. Nice tight squeeze. Helps a little bit too to pull those shoulder blades back just a little bit, kind of pull those shoulders back. A little extra stretch in that chest as well as those abdominal muscles. Keep squeezing that lower back. Like I said, kind of poke that butt out back behind you. Arch that chest back. Slowly letting those abdominal muscles stretch more and more. Again, try to let them relax as much as possible. Just keep those lungs open. 3, 2, 1. Let it relax. Nice and slow. Let these relax. We're going to move on to our next one, which is going to be the exact opposite, your lower back. So this one, we're going to try to do the exact opposite motion. So instead of arching backwards, we're going to round back forward. So keep your hips straight up and down. Don't tilt from your hips. You're just rolling your shoulders forward. After you squeeze your hips forward a little bit, like you're pushing them up towards your shoulders as you stretch down, contracting those abdominal muscles, you should feel that lower back stretch out, especially if you're kicking those hips forward. Just hold it. Nice and even. Nice even pull, nice even contraction the entire time. No pulsing. Just keep it as hard and as much a range of motion as you possibly can, as long as it's comfortable on that lower back. Just keep it going. Over halfway. Just keep those lungs open. Keep that tension constant. Just 10 seconds left. Relax. Almost done. We've got 2 more to go through. We're going to do our left side of the oblique and then the right side of the oblique. So to stretch your left side first, we're going to lean towards the right. So I want you to take your right arm and reach down towards your right hand, crunching with that right oblique. Just squeeze it down nice and tight. Your left hand come up over top of your body. You should feel it stretch all the way through the outside of that rib cage, down to the crest of that hip. Just stretch it down, kind of push your hips out to the side towards the left. A little extra stretch down onto that hip possibly. Just hold it there nice and steady. Just keep those lungs open. As I said, as those muscles and tendons and ligaments start to loosen a little bit, start trying to pull a little bit more, get a little bit more range of motion out of it. The harder you squeeze, the more calories you burn, the more stretch you're going to get. So make sure you're really, really squeezing that stretch. Those lungs open, don't hold your breath. You have 10 seconds left to go. 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it relax. So I got one more side, so we're going to do that right side, same exact thing, just tipping over the opposite side. So again, starting nice and straight and tall. Kick your hips out to the right just a little bit. Stretch your left hand down towards that left hand. Right hand comes up over top of your head. Stretch it as hard as you can, contracting that left oblique, pulling those shoulders down towards that hip. It's a tight, tight squeeze. Keep those lungs open. Keep that squeeze constant. Make sure you're not letting your body roll forward. You want to keep your chest completely perpendicular to the ground, flat out with the wall in front of you. Just keep squeezing it. Over halfway. Like I said, you should be feeling it from the crest of your hip all the way up to the outside of your rib cage, possibly even into your shoulder joint just a little bit. But primarily, you want to focus all of it right on that torso. Almost done. 5 seconds left. And let it relax. Alright, that is it. That is our total upper body stretch for today. Like I said, this is active stretching.
I do this every training day. You have to, so that way body don't get stiff again.
Other than that, this workout is complete. See you guys next time.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
We approach life by simply enjoying it.
Boost Simply Complete. It's intelligent nutrition here within the guide ingredient.
This is Fitness Blender's lower back stretching routine.
Oh, that's the same deal. Another lower back stretching. Because again, I'm doing all this on the concrete.
We're going to be going through 7 different stretches for 30 seconds each. It's going to take us about 4 minutes total. So let's go ahead and get started with the first stretch. Hello everybody, this is Daniel from FitnessBlender.com, and today I'm going to be taking you through lower body
sit it out in
specific
front of you, trying to press
active
that leg
stretch
straight.
routine. So there's a little bit different passive stretching. This active stretching routine is actually going to work those muscles a lot more and help build up strength around the range of motion you create by becoming more flexible. So, how we're going to be doing this, so we have a number of different stretches we're going to be going through. Each one we're going to be doing for a minute straight, and then we're going to have a 15-second break to move to the next one. So some of them are left side, right side, some are just a straight stretch by itself. So we're going to be going through 1 minute per exercise, or per stretch. So your left side gets 1 minute, your right side gets 1 minute.
As possible.
With that said, let's go ahead and get started. Get my timer going here.
Why is this double?
So our first one is going to be a standing quad stretch. So standing, trying to keep your own balance. If you need to, lean up against a wall. You're going to curl your heel up to your butt as close as you can using just your hamstring. Then pull your knee back behind you. You should feel a little bit of a stretch to the front of that thigh. Keep that chest nice and straight up and down. You're probably going to feel a little bit of a cramp starting to form up in that hamstring.
Okay, there we go. There we go. Alright, don't know why it was double talking on me. There we go. Alright. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, technical difficulties. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, there. Oh, very good. I was wondering what the deal was. Sorry about that, folks. Hey! There he is. Okay. Not exactly. Alright, now we're back. Boogers. Okay, I guess there's no option to skip that ad. So,
This is Fitness Blender's lower back stretching routine.
not all exercises are suitable for everyone. Really.
In this routine, we're going to be going through 7 different stretches for 30 seconds each. It's going to take us about 4 minutes total.
Doesn't
So let's
work.
go ahead and get started with the first stretch, the
No
seated
matter
toe
how
stretch.
much
So you're going to sit on the ground, leg extended
Judy
out in
Garland
front of you,
says,
trying to
"It
press
don't
that neck
work."
as straight as possible. Flexing those toes back towards you if you want a little extra stretch. And then reaching down towards those feet, trying to round that back as much as possible, as much as is comfortable. Now, as you're doing this stretch, you should start loosening up a little bit, and as you do so, you want to actually push into that stretch just a little bit more to keep a consistent amount of tension the whole time you're going through this stretch. We've got just about 5 seconds left. We're going to switch to a new stretch. Go ahead and switch over. Our next one is the deep glute stretch. You're going to be laying flat on your back for this one. That left leg's going to come up over top of your right. Grab behind that right thigh, only behind your right thigh. Don't grab your shin. And then you're going to pull that thigh in towards you as far as it's comfortable. You should feel a stretch in that left butt muscle. This is really, really good for sciatic stretches as well. Now, depending on the size and shape of your body, you might need to put a rolled up towel or a folded over towel underneath your head to make this position just a little bit more comfortable. You know, we got just about 5 seconds left, and we're going to switch sides. And go ahead and switch those legs. So this time, that right leg's going to go over top of your left. Grab behind that left thigh, and pull that left thigh in nice and tight. Remember, you only want to grab behind that thigh and not in front of that shin. You don't want to over-compress that knee. Just try to get as comfortable as you can, always constantly keeping a little bit of tension on that leg. Remember, you want to just breathe normally. Try not to hold your breath when you're doing this one. Just a nice deep breath in, nice long exhale. Just relax. And just about 5 seconds left till our next stretch. And go ahead and let that one relax. Move on to the next one, the prone torso twist. So laying flat on your back again. You're going to
Okay,
lay
that
both
one
your
I
legs
have to
off to
put on
the
the
right.
floor.
You want to try to keep a 90-degree angle off of your torso. Try to keep those shoulders flat against the ground the entire time. Right, you want to try to keep relaxed. Move on to the next one, the prone.
Alright. That one has to be done for sure.
All right, let's get you on the ground here. There we go. Right.
Told you this was live, man. Live television.
So twist. So laying flat on your back again. You're going to lay both your legs off to the right. You want to try to keep a 90-degree angle off of your torso. Try to keep those shoulders flat against the ground the entire time. And look away from your legs. So whichever direction you lean your legs, you want to actually look in the opposite direction. Now, if your knees don't completely touch the ground, don't worry about it. They can hover off the ground just a little bit. The main thing is you're just keeping those shoulders flat against the ground. That's the main thing you want to focus on. Got just about 5 seconds left until we switch sides. And go ahead and let it relax. We're going to switch those legs over to the other side. Look off to the opposite side of your body. Again, remember, if those knees hover just a little bit, that's perfectly fine. The key is to, or the goal is to try to get those knees all the way down flat against the ground and keep that shoulder, that opposite shoulder, flat against the ground as well. If you want to make the stretch a little bit more intense, you can actually extend that bottom leg so it's a straight line with your body, and then that top knee can actually drop a few more inches. Yeah, we got about 5 seconds left of this one, then we're going to switch stretches. And go ahead and let that one relax. Flip over onto your stomach. We're doing the cobra stretch next. Place those hands down by the base of that rib cage. Press into the floor with those hands. Arch that back up really nice and high and kick that head up. Now make sure that when you kick your head back, you actually want to feel like you're pushing your chin up towards the ceiling rather than pushing your head back behind you. You don't want to actually flex your head back. You want to actually just tilt your chin up. Depending on that trunk flexibility, you might not be able to flex this much or anywhere near this much. So you might not even be able to get those elbows completely locked out, but just push to whatever's comfortable for you. All right, we're going to switch stretches here, and go ahead and let this one relax. We're going to move on to the shell stretch next. So you're going to sit back into those heels just as low as is comfortable. Those hands come down to about knee level. Round those shoulders over, and you're actually going to push the palm of your hand into the ground and forward to help you pull those shoulders down into those hips. So you want to round that back over as much as you possibly can, rounding from that upper back as well as that lower back as much as possible. Now your lungs are going to be a little bit compressed in this position from that rounding over to that chest, so you're not going to be able to get a full breath, but just try to breathe as normally as you can, as deep as you can, and then exhale it all the way out. and go ahead and let it relax. Alright, that's it for this stretching routine. If your back is particularly tight, you might want to do this routine multiple times throughout the day until you build up your range of motion.
Arsh. Alright, next is something. It's something. Let's see what the hell is this here. Stuff's all right. Get that done. Okay. Don't want that one anymore. Okay. Okay, oh, here's more. Alright, and I don't want to see that one. Okay. Here is yoga stretches for back relief, sciatica, neck pain, and flexibility. So here we go. And this female instructor's got a hot voice, so just want to let you know. It's not because of the hot voice. Well, maybe. I'm a guy after all. Okay, let's be real now. Okay. On to the yoga. Okay. Now I can't cross my legs like this lady here,
Every day.
obviously. There.
Second truth. Life. Wisdom.
Hey guys,
What'd I tell you?
Jen here. And today I have a very special video for you. It's part of my series for yoga to relieve your back pain. I'm going to show you some really simple stretches that you can do to relieve your upper back pain. Can also help to target
She says
pain
simple.
in your neck
She
and
don't weigh over
shoulders.
200 pounds.
And some of these exercises are going to be great for relieving pain in your lower back as well. So go ahead and favorite this video so you can come back and follow along with me. And even if you can't practice with me today, keep watching this video because I'm also going to be sharing some of my top 5 tips for helping to reduce your back pain now. So let's get started. We're going to start seated, and most of the poses that we're going to be doing right here at the beginning are going to be seated. So just find yourself a comfortable seat no matter where you are, and you can follow along with me today. So we're starting from a comfortable seat, and it's great to note that we do spend a lot of our time sitting at our desk, sitting on the couch, even sitting in the car, sitting in traffic. I know a lot of you commute and have a long drive to work. I'm wondering, do you live close to your job? Or do you live far away?
Go away!
You spend a lot of time commuting. It's different for everybody. But these stretches that I'm going to show you are really awesome. Pretty much anywhere, anytime, you can do these stretches to help relieve your back pain. I'd also like to start by telling you my first tip for reducing back pain
Come on with the
is
stretching.
to think about your breath and to breathe deeply, consciously. So that's where we're going to begin with our exercise today, just by taking some deep breaths. So start by breathing in through your nose. Feel your lungs expand and feel your belly expand.
Why is it the last couple of videos I make people want to call?
Then starting with your abdominals, compress your belly in and breathe out through your nose. And feel your ribs and lungs compress all the air out. And try again, breathing in, filling up your lungs. And breathe from your belly as you exhale. And continue like this, taking a few more deep, conscious breaths. And the great thing about breathing deeply is that it forces you to open your chest and expand your ribs in all directions. So it forces you to take a stronger, more supportive posture. And posture is one of those things that contributes to back pain. So just by simply taking some deep conscious breaths, you automatically start to improve your posture and reduce your back pain. Take one more full breath in. And out. See if you can stay connected to this deep sense of rhythmic breathing throughout the rest of this video. We're going to get into some movement now by moving your head from side to side, lowering one ear to your shoulder, and then to the other side. So we're incorporating some movement, just allowing the joints in between your vertebrae to start to get lubricated. And starting to feel a gentle stretch on either side of your neck. You can move at your own pace. Just noticing where it feels good. Notice where it feels tight. And with each movement, you may be able to stretch a little bit farther. Now go ahead and bring your right ear to your right shoulder, and we're going to pause here, deepening into this stretch. Reach your right hand up and over to the outside of your head. Then bring your left hand to your left shoulder. Now gently pull your hands apart, creating a little traction and adding to this stretch. And slowly begin to roll your chin down towards the floor. It's almost as if you were going to sniff your armpit, which of course you wouldn't do. And slowly start to turn your chin up towards the sky. And just notice how this little movement changes the stretch so you feel it in some different places. Come all the way back to the right side. And slowly come up to center. Notice how that left side of your neck feels stretched and opened. Then lower your left ear to your left shoulder. And gently bring your hand up and over, and your right hand to your right shoulder. And apply a steady traction so you deepen the stretch along the right side of your neck. And sometimes for people it's difficult to bring your hand here to the side. It may be easier to bring your hand in the front, and that can work as well. Just want to have a little assistance to help you take this stretch deeper. And roll your chin down towards the floor. And slowly roll your chin up towards the ceiling. Let's come back to center and bring your head all the way up. Nice. So now that you're feeling a little more lengthened from side to side, we're going to come back to that movement, bringing your chin down this time and up. So look up. Looking down and up. Working at your own pace, according to what serves your body the most. This time as you look down, pause here, then bring your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers, and let your elbows drop down towards the floor. So now the weight of your arms will apply that gentle traction along the back of your neck. Don't forget your deep, steady breath. One more full breath in and a full breath out. And then release your head and come all the way up to a seat. You can roll your head in a circle, go all the way around. And here I'll give you my second tip for reducing back pain is to move your body more. Our joints get stiff and our muscles become weakened when we sit still all the time. Change directions of your circle. So if you remember the Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz, he was stuck in that standing position for so long. When they finally found him, it was hard for him to move his joints. And that's how it is with our bodies. When we don't move, we become stiff and achy.
Yes, you use the word
Whatever you do, even if it's just these simple head and neck stretches, or taking a walk, getting up and walking around the office, bring your head back to center. Any kind of movement you can incorporate into your day is going to
How
help
about less
your body
movement with your mouth and
keep
more
limber
exercise?
and
What about that?
strong. Let's move down into our shoulders. Start to roll your shoulders back. And as you do, hug your shoulder blades together and spread your chest wide, rolling your shoulders back. And let's reverse directions. So this time we roll to the back, up, and forward. So let's just really think about your shoulder blades. You want to get those shoulder blades moving as much as you can. Let's reverse directions again, going to the back. Feel your shoulder blades squeeze closer to your spine and move farther apart as you make these big circles with your shoulders. And let's go forward one more time. This is also going to build a little bit of strength in your traps, and your upper back muscles. So they get tired and weak from sitting, and so this is going to help wake them up and get them strong. All right, so now we're going to move into a side body stretch. So reach your right hand way over to the right and reach your left arm up and over. If you're sitting in a chair, you can bring your hand down onto the seat of your chair to give you some support while you lean up and over.
I know we did this in the last video, but
Wherever you are,
you
however
can never
you're
do too much of
seated,
this to loosen.
think about your left hip bone grounding down towards the earth. So this is your anchor. Then stretch with your left arm, reach all the way through your left fingertips so that the entire left side of your body is activated and stretching, lengthening. You should feel some sensation here.
Oh, I'm feeling some
And let's come
sensation.
all the way up and switch sides. Let's bring your left hand over to the left or onto the edge of your seat if you're sitting in a chair. And reach your right arm up and over at the same time that you ground down with your right hip. Reach all the way through your fingertips so that even your elbow is straight. That's going to intensify the stretch, and that's good. So you really want to get into it. Don't be scared. Creating a nice opening along the right side of your body. Reach as far as you can. And we'll come all the way back up. And we're going to get into a little movement again here. I call this a full body swoop. So you're going to start to the right side and just swing your body, your torso through the center and come to the left. And just sweep around from side to side. Be nice and gentle with yourself. No need to get crazy. But just allow that movement to reverberate through your spine and stretch all those muscles that get tight and tired. So again, you're moving at your own pace. Take your time and just enjoy the movement. Last time. And then come to center and just stretch your body forward. You will probably feel a little stretch in your hips. That's a good thing. Our hips get really tight, so a little stretch is nice. We're going to start coming back up to a seated position now, but I want you to go really slow and think about stacking your vertebra one on top of the other. So go slow. Your head will be the very last thing that comes up as you unroll your spine. And when you come all the way upright, you'll notice that you're in a really great, healthy posture. And that brings me to my third tip for reducing your back pain is to think about your posture. Remember when your back starts hurting and things get stiff, sitting upright mindfully is going to help build the strength of your deep core muscles and help you to reduce your back pain by having a healthy and supportive posture. So from here, we are going to do a little cat and cow seated. So you're going to start by opening your chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades together on your spine. You can even lean your body forward a little bit. Open your throat. Then round your spine. Tuck your chin into your chest and rock back on your sacrum. So you stretch your spine. Then come forward again. Take an inhale here, big breath in. And as you start to round your spine, exhale. Come forward on the inhale. Move back on the exhale. So again, you can move at your own pace. Honor the rhythm of your own breath. Last time here. And come all the way back up, stacking your spine, stack your vertebra nicely. So you come all the way up into that healthy and supported posture. The more you can practice this upright alignment, the more you're going to build a muscle memory and build the strength of these muscles, so it's going to get easier all the time. Let's take a twist. Reach your left hand across to your right knee and bring your right fingertips behind you. Lift up on your spine, sit up nice and tall, then twist your heart towards the right. Use your arms to give you some traction to help you get deeper into this twist. Keep sitting up tall and keep breathing deeply. Make your way back to center. And let's move to the other side. Reach your right hand across to your left knee. Bring your left hand behind you. Take a big breath in as you sit up nice and tall. And as you exhale, twist your heart towards the left. The more you can sit up straight, the more space you will have in between your vertebrae to twist even more. Of course, you don't want to force anything. Don't go beyond what's comfortable for your body, but find the edge, your maximum twist. Then come back to center. And from here, we're going to move on to our hands and knees. So you'll come into a tabletop position.
That's getting interesting.
So in your tabletop, make sure that your shoulders stack directly over your wrists and your hips stack directly over your knees. Then we'll take this cat and cow again. So just like when we were sitting down, on your inhale, lift your chest, lift your tailbone. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards your spine and open your throat. Then as you exhale, round your spine by tucking your chin to your chest. Press your hands into the floor to help you stretch your spine up towards the ceiling. Inhale to lift your head and your tailbone towards the sky. Spread your collarbones apart. Then exhale and round your spine. Press the floor away so you get a nice stretch along the back of your spine. So we'll take this a few more times. Move with the rhythm of your own breath as you inhale to open and exhale to close. We'll finish up with one more round, a full inhale and a full exhale. And we'll come back to center. So we're going to take another twist here. So sweep your right arm up towards the sky so you twist your spine open. Lace your right arm underneath your left arm.
This one I
Bring
have
your
difficulty.
right shoulder all the way to the floor, and you can bring your head down too. So now you have a twist in your spine and stretching into your upper back. Reach across with your right fingers. Really stretch. And slowly press yourself back up, nice and easy. And bring your right hand back down to the floor. And we'll switch sides. Sweep your left arm up, open through your chest. And then sweep your left arm underneath your right arm. Bring your shoulder to the floor and bring your head all the way down.
Let the video pause. She's not talking.
And then slowly come all the way back. Bringing both hands down. We'll take a small child's pose here. So sit your hips back towards your heels. Bring your forehead towards the floor. Reach your hands forward as far as you can, so you'll have a gentle stretch through your shoulders. As much as you can, let your hips sink down towards your heels. Feel the length that's created along your spine. Keep breathing deeply as you settle for a moment in this restorative pose. At the end of your exhale, start to press yourself all the way up. And draw your hands in and roll up your spine, just like we did before. Slowly start by stacking your vertebrae one at a time, one on top of the other.
I can't sit on my legs like
The
she
last
does.
thing that comes
Not that
from
flexible
your
yet, but it's coming.
And you'll find yourself again in that nice, strong, centered posture.
Now you're squatting down like that. I can't do it yet.
Now we're going to make our way onto our back. So sit your hips over to one side so you can bring your legs around in front of you. And if you're on a yoga mat like me, you might scoot forward a little bit. But if you're just in your living room or somewhere, you can just lie down right where you are. So once you are on your back, bring your feet flat on the floor and your knees up to the ceiling. And I'll mention my next tip for reducing your back pain is to do some self-massage. So you can use your hands to massage your traps, the tops of your shoulders, if that's an area where you get a lot of tension. So you can just squeeze those muscles, and that can really help to increase the blood flow. can also squeeze the muscles in your neck. If you have a lot of headache tension, this could be helpful. Another great self-massage technique is to lay on a tennis ball or a pair of rolled up socks. So you can put the tennis ball underneath your spine, anywhere that you have tightness or tension. And laying on that tennis ball will also help to put some nice pressure in there and help relieve some tension. Foam rolling is another great way of self-massage that helps to relieve tension and ease back pain. So finding ways to massage yourself is an awesome way to reduce back pain. And our next stretch here, you're going to bring your right ankle over your left knee.
And I know we've done this before too, but you can never
Press
do
your
enough of
right
this.
knee out towards the side. And once you have this shape in your legs, draw your left knee in towards your chest, and you can reach to grab around your knee. So this is going to stretch into your hips a little bit. So maybe you're wondering, why are we stretching our hips? I thought this was for back pain. But the truth is that your glute muscles are one of the largest muscle groups in your body. So when those muscles get tight, they have a direct effect on what's happening in your spine. So keeping your hips stretched out and opened up is really going to have a powerful impact on the health and alignment of your spine. So we'll switch to the other side. Just release your left leg down and bring your right leg down. And just notice the difference here. And then cross your left ankle over your right knee. Press your left knee out towards the side. And draw your right knee up towards your chest. Try to reach for your knee to grab and pull your right knee closer towards your chest. And I'll remind you again about taking those deep conscious breaths. It's our first tip of the day and the most important one we should remember all the time. Taking slow, full, deep breaths will help you to alleviate tension in your body and help to reduce your mental and emotional stress. So I can't say enough about the power of conscious breathing. So just take that big full breath in, expand your belly, feel how good it feels to breathe. And exhale, just release any tension, any blockages, just let it go. And let's slowly bring your right foot all the way back down. And bring your left foot down. And just feel your hips more open. And we'll take one more twist here before we finish today. So extend your left leg all the way down to the floor. Bring your right knee back up towards your chest. And give it a little squeeze. And twist your right knee across to the left side of your body. So twist all the way over. I got a little pop in my back. I think that's a good sign. So you twist as far as you can. Then open your right arm out to the right side, and you'll get a gentle stretch across your chest. onto your back. And extend your right leg all the way down. Then bring your left knee up towards your chest. Squeeze it in. And twist your left knee across to the right side of your body as far as you can. And extend your left arm out to the side for a gentle stretch in your chest. Slowly come back to center, rolling onto your back. Extend your left leg all the way down.
A lot of our stuff near the end here is just laying here and relaxing.
Let your palms rotate
I've already done enough
towards
of
the
that.
ceiling. Let your breathing be slow and deep.
Now we're just breathing. I know how to breathe. That I got.
Gently close your eyes.
I ain't close my eyes. All right, ladies and gents. That's the stretching routines I go through on a daily basis to get this old body ready for some dancing. Okay, now I do these every day that I work out, which is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, big on Saturday. Only 2 days I take off is Wednesday and Sunday. So, all right, folks, now every day that I do a live training camp, I'm not going to do the stretching on the video. So that way you don't go to sleep during it. So that's just to relax the body, get it stretched out, ready for some dance. And so, all right, just wanted to show you a little part of what goes on at the Twisted Steel Dojo. Now, coming up this weekend, the 30th and the 31st, ladies and gentlemen, Saturday, we're going to have a live training camp. So be ready, because I will be. Because February 25 is coming soon. And Witherspoon, so will you, sucker.